All right, welcome back, everyone. Today I'm with Brett from Trinity Financial. It's that time of the month, and this month we're going to be talking about the 2026 Social Security Report. Said there's been a lot of Google searches, a lot of people wondering what it kind of means. So, in your own words, what does that report say, and what's kind of that biggest takeaway?
Well, the report comes out every year. It's the trustees report, and what it does is reemphasize when the Social Security trust fund is going to go bankrupt. In other words, when's it going to run out of money? I mean, they've been talking about it for years, but it's within vision now because I think it's 2034. So I mean, we're 8 years away from the trust fund running out of money. Which has for whatever reason has caught a lot of people's attention this year because I think maybe they publicized it more, but now people are starting to wonder because the highlight of it is there's not going to be enough money in the trust fund, or there'll be no money in the trust fund, but there's not going to be enough money with projected Social Security taxes to pay the full benefits. In other words, they're projecting a 22 to 23% pay cut for Social Security of retirees.
Right, and so I think, and now correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said that the trust fund could be depleted. I think it was 2032, if I'm correct.
2032. They're moving it. It's been 2034. They moved it up this year because of mainly because of immigration. That was one thing, and fewer workers. So there's a lot of factors that come into it, but yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, it was 2032. It was 2034. Now moved up to 2032.
Okay, and so for somebody who hears that word depleted, I mean, it can kind of sound a little scary, right? So what, in your own words again, what does that really mean, and maybe what does it not mean for people who might just be confused on what being depleted really even means?
Depleted means it's done. I mean, there's no money in there. We've known about this for years. When I started doing the Social Security seminars 12 years ago, the trustees report was 2035, 2036. So we started doing these 12 years ago. 2035, 2036 seemed eons ago. Well, now it's shrinking. It's shrinking, and it's getting closer and closer. Like you said, 2032 now. And now we're in 2026, so we're 6-7 years away from the trust fund's going to be bankrupt. There'll be no money in the trust fund. The only thing that will be funding Social Security is incoming taxes, which are projected to cover about 77 to 78% of the benefits.
Interesting. And so that was actually going to be my next question for you. If it is depleted, where Social Security would still come from, or would those benefits even continue?
Well, they'll continue, but every Friday when we get paid, we pay our Social Security tax, right? So that's what will fund the benefits. That's what's been funding the benefits. If you go back to 1937 when Social Security began, they've been collecting benefits. But back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, I mean, people were dying in their 60s. Well, now the average life expectancy for a married couple is 92.
Got it.
So people are living longer. The Social Security retiree and the Social Security Disability Trust Fund covers a lot more benefits than it was originally designed to do.
Got it.
So there's a lot of factors that play into it, but the benefits will continue. It's just if Congress does nothing, then yes, everybody would get a 22 to 23% pay cut.
Right. So what would you say are the best, I guess, practical steps, maybe is the word, for retirees, so they can be prepared, without kind of almost panicking.
Without panicking.
Yeah, right.
And it's easy to say that you'll be grandfathered in. So if you're receiving Social Security, you'll be grandfathered in. There's no money. So I don't think just hoping on Congress to take care of this is the best action. So a full review naturally is the best option. For those that are fortunate enough to have assets, retirement assets, whether it's IRA, Roth, other type of investments, how to structure those to provide income. I think we're going to talk about that in later segments. But it's doing a review. If Social Security is your only source of income, then you're kind of at the mercy of Congress and whatever they pass.
Right, absolutely. So they can come, if they need help, to Trinity Financial, talk to you about something like this, again, without panicking.
Without panicking,
Without panicking, right. So if you want to, go and visit Trinity Financial. That number is on your screen, 815-288-5800. Or you can just visit their website, and that is right there on your screen. Brett, again, always great talking to you, and we will be back right after the break.